as men, sometimes you can even have shrinkage of your manhood.
Sure.
That's how bad.
Your bolo becomes small.
This same masturbation can make your thing grow, but this same chronic masturbation can actually make your thing shrink.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Real Talk Show. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining, thank you for staying tuned, and thank you for always coming back for more gist. As you will know, on the Real Talk Show, we bring you nothing but real talk. And on today's episode, I have something amazing for you guys. I have a guest on the show. Okay guys, welcome Nelly. He's a monsieur, someone who massages people. So in case you have wrist problem, okay, or body aches, whatever it is that you need a massage with, he's the best person. He's good with his hands, and he's also an entrepreneur. But on today's topic, we want to talk about masturbation. Not just masturbating, but chronic masturbation. Okay, there are people that masturbate for the fun of it and all that, and there are people that just can't stop masturbation. Why is someone who is a massaging personnel here on the show for a topic of masturbation? He has come across a lot of people, okay, with chronic masturbation. He has gotten in contact with people like that. So we want to use his experience of him getting in contact with people who are chronic masturbators and get educated. So guys, let's welcome Mr. Nelly on the show. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm glad for you to be on the show today.
I'm also happy that you're
Thank you very much for leaving all your busy schedules and coming on the show to educate us. Okay, so let's start with masturbating. What is masturbating?
Okay, so masturbation, simply put, or in the simplest form, is actually stimulating yourself or stimulating oneself in a sexual way, or stimulating yourself with your genitals with the end goal of acquiring pleasure or orgasm.
Okay, so what he means is touching yourself in your most sensitive parts with one goal. You want to orgasm. That is what we term as masturbating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we talk about chronic masturbating,
it's more of like a person who is addicted to masturbation.
Okay.
They cannot do without it. They might be in town and they will have the urge for it, and they would have to barge into a washroom and have a quick one.
You're kidding me, right?
Yes, that's a chronic masturbator. Like,
is that bad?
It's that bad. Even when they are in class, they're having lectures, they have the urge, they have to go back to the hostel, get their toy and play with it. So that's how bad it can be. That's how bad it can really be. It gets to the point where you're addicted, you have zero control over it.
Zero control.
Zero control. When it comes, you have to do it. You can't even say no to your body anymore. You have been fully consumed and you have to do it. That's a chronic masturbation.
Did you hear that, guys? So being a chronic masturbator is like you do not have control of your body anymore. You do not have control of what you feel. You know, if the feeling comes, you have to orgasm somewhere, however, whenever, wherever. You don't care. It seems like your body, your mind does not care where you are at the moment, whether you're in class, at the market, at the business center, in your office, wherever it is, your body needs to come. That is how chronic. That is why it is termed chronic. It is that bad.
Yeah.
If you are watching us today and you are a chronic masturbator, I would like to hear how you would overcome that kind of addiction. Because if it is that bad, I don't know how bad it is, and we're going to take for you to stop. And as you know, it comes with a lot of things. It comes with a lot of side effects.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what are the causes of, masturbation to the point that someone gets chronic.
Yeah. So there are various reasons why people actually go into masturbation.
Okay.
Masturbation in general, per health perspective, it's not extremely bad.
Okay.
So if you are coming from the health perspective and you don't do it on the regular, it's not bad.
Normal.
But if you are coming from the spiritual side, some of us that are Christians, it comes with some implications and all that. But we'll just stick to the health aspect, the side effects, what causes and all that. Major causes of masturbation, trust me, depression.
Depression?
Yes, depression, anxiety, stress, loneliness.
Okay, how can I be depressed and the first thing I want to think about is making myself calm? Who does that? Me, when I'm stressed, I want to sleep. Oh.
Yeah.
You get it? So, okay, and we're talking about masturbation. Please do not emphasize your mind on just the guys. See, some of you baddies out there are killing your organs, are killing your vaginal walls with masturbation. So let's not say that, okay, she's talking about masturbation, so it's just to the guys. I'm doing a whole both genders. Okay, so how can I be stressed? Me, realize I would never choose masturbation over sleeping when I'm stressed. I want to sleep. When I'm awake, my body would want to go on whatever thing I want to do. So why would someone be depressed? And the first thing that would come in your mind is, let me masturbate.
Okay, so
is it to the men or because
no, it's both ways. It's both genders.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, depression has a thing on us humans. So I might use myself as an example.
Okay.
I may not find or may not have found myself in the past masturbating when I was being depressed, but probably I was doing something else.
Okay.
Now the thing with depression is that it puts you in a bracket where, or it puts you in a space or a place where you wouldn't even want anybody around.
Sure.
That's how depression really is.
Okay.
From afar, people think you are okay, but you actually know what you are actually dealing with.
Sure.
Whether it's a financial issue, whether it's a mental issue, issues with your partner, it could be work, it could be anything.
Sure.
Now, when you find in that depressing state, sometimes you want to do something that will make you feel a little better, like boosting your mood. Okay. And there is one thing that comes with orgasm. There is
your mood.
There is one thing that comes with orgasm. Now, this is somebody who is depressed, doesn't want to have any woman around.
Sure.
So if I don't want to have any woman around, I'll take my actions into my own hands. I'll do it myself.
To your own hands.
I'll take my actions into my own hands and then feel better.
Okay.
So people who are depressed, who feel lonely and left out, they can get to the point of masturbation. And when they get used to it, because when you masturbate, sometimes it makes you feel good, sometimes it makes you sleep.
Yeah.
It releases some feel good hormones. We have the dopamines and all that.
Okay.
So
you're
when
enjoying it.
When you keep enjoying it and then it gets to the point of you getting addicted, that is where it becomes the problem.
Yeah.
So somebody who is depressed, can go into masturbation and might not easily come out of it. Stress is also part. So you see, depression and stress has a link.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Some people have a lot of mental stress.
Sure.
Not even the physical one.
Sure.
But even with physical stress, when you orgasm, look at how you are being released.
I know, right?
Yeah. So like I said, some might not have the partner. They might not have the next available person, like a woman or a guy.
And I think those that go through this kind of loneliness, I always say, if you go back to my other videos, are the introvert. You guys tend to want to stay by yourself. You guys tend to want to play games on your own. Go on social media, because you're bored, you're lonely. I always tell you, get out of that cage. If you don't get out of your shells, you can never heal from these things like depression, anxiety, loneliness. It's because you like your own company. Like, once I want to be my own company. I don't want to, go out there, especially the introverts. This is one of the things that affect you most, being depressed, because your friends are few. It's just one person, one guy that always checks up on you. You don't do female friends. You don't go out. You hardly even talk.
Yeah. Yeah, so aside the depression, anxiety, stress, and all that. Excessive consumption of
Adult content.
adult contents could also make you, masturbate a lot.
You know what adult content is? Don't shout it. I beg. You know, don't you know? Stop watching adult content, so guys, ladies, stop watching. See, I feel like as human beings, we tend to abuse all of these things because if medically you can masturbate, you can touch yourself once in a while and it will be okay. You know, sometimes, as you're saying, maybe I'm married and then my husband is not around. And then I'm stressed out from work one day and then I touch myself and I orgasm. It's once in a while. It's very normal.
Yeah.
But Oliver Twist.
You can even have a video call with your husband and
you get to orgasm and everybody's okay.
Everybody's okay.
But me, where I like sweet things like this, I want to always enjoy sweet things.
Yeah.
And I get to love it.
Yeah.
So help me God.
Yeah, so excessive consumption of
adult content
can actually put you in that space.
Do you know that
you're always feeding yourself? There are
people that would just buy their bundle, their Wi-Fi just for that. Nothing else. Like your bundle is just for adult content. When you go to your feed, that means you have been watching.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you and I know that these things are turn on.
Yeah.
Or if you are telling me adult content don't turn you on, then I don't know the kind of person you are. But I feel these things are turn on.
Yeah.
So if you're feeding too much on it.
So the regular ones will come with some benefits or advantages. Like it improves your mood, you might have a better sleep, you'll be relaxed. All the benefit that comes with orgasm.
Yeah.
But when it becomes chronic, it becomes something else.
Yeah.
Now you have a reduced sensation.
Sure.
When you overdo it, you have a reduced sensation around your reproductive area. Trust me.
Sure.
You can have infections. You can now you feel tired. Now you feel tired. You see, when a normal setting, let's say when you have 1 time, 2 times, 3 times with your partner, it gets to the point where you are exhausted.
Okay.
That's the same way you feel when you overdo it. When you over masturbate.
Imagine if someone masturbates.
Yes, you always feel weak.
5 times in a day.
Yes, you feel weak. See, it gets to a point where you feel very weak. You have low self-esteem. Now that sense of guilt also starts to hit you.
Guilt. It is always there. I beg. Nothing will tell me. You and I know that after you are done touching yourself, you go like, why did I even do it? That sense of guilt washes away.
Yes, it will hit you. So you look tired all the time.
Hey.
Yes, you look tired.
Because you're draining yourself.
You're overdoing it.
Yes.
So,
imagine if you're coming 5 times. Yes. As a normal person, every blessed day, 5 times 7 in a week. Tell me.
It takes a while for a man to actually recover all these things.
And you imagine you're doing it every day. It gets to a point you don't even get semen at all.
So you get very weak. It might come with some health, like you yes, you get very weak, fatigue, low self-esteem, that guilt, reduced sensation. That is where it's even risky.
That's the very big problem.
That's the risky part.
Yeah,
because it gets to a point where when your partner even touches you,
you don't even feel anything.
You don't feel anything. So I will use my experience with regards to dealing with some people that I have massaged over the years.
Yeah.
And then link it to chronic masturbation.
Yeah.
I am a therapist and I do yoni massages. And in case you don't know what a yoni massage is,
tell them.
It's a massage around the woman's reproductive area. So there are some things I might not be able to mention. But when I say a woman's reproductive area, you get it.
We don't need to explain.
Explain. So I'm working around the inner thighs. I'm working around the abdomen area. I'm working around the C. I'm working around the G. I'm working around the A. The labia minora and the majora. You So you see, there are some people that I'll come into contact with, and then I realize it takes a very long time before they orgasm.
Why?
It takes a very long time, and some of them is as a result of chronic masturbation. Or the way they are gross. So now I get to the point that if the opposite sex actually touches them, they do not feel anything.
Is that why you guys have been taking aphrodisiacs to be on my agenda for like an hour? You gonna kill yourself, Oga.
Yeah. If you're a woman and you're out there and you're a chronic masturbator, be careful. It will get to the point where your partner cannot satisfy you
They
anymore.
can never, even if you are dating more than four people you are dating more than 4 people, and all of them even have to make love to you. My dear, you can't orgasm. It is not possible because your vaginal walls, they've lost their touch of sensation.
Yes.
So you won't feel anything.
Yes. And if you are a man also and then you're also used to masturbation, you might be in the room with your partner and trust me, you will excuse yourself to the washroom to go and masturbate. That's how bad it can be.
Do you know that someone told me that whenever he's done making love with his woman, he doesn't feel like he has come. He comes, so he orgasm, but he doesn't feel like he has come to the end.
That's extreme.
You get it. So he has to go out there.
That mind-blowing orgasm, Matthias,
to touch himself to orgasm. Why? If you have a bad bitch like me with a big booty and you're not satisfied and you have to still touch yourself, don't you think there is a question mark?
Yeah, there's a question mark. There's a question mark. So if you're a chronic masturbator, you should seek therapy and counseling. Trust me. Aside seeking therapy and counseling, you should make sure you reduce your adult content consumption.
They can't too. Can you?
You have to restrict yourself.
Can you?
You have to restrict yourself. Or probably people that you always find yourself talking about these things.
Yeah.
Because it can cost you a lot.
We'll come to the effect. Okay, so if you are someone that is a chronic masturbator, as my guest is saying, you have to reduce watching these adult content. I know on social media every day, from TikTok, Instagram, wherever you go, these adult content are there. You can't say that, I can't use my phone and all that. Scroll when you see them. Scroll when you see them. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. Trust me. The same way it's been difficult for you, okay? Throughout these years, I know someone that came to me that he told me that he's been masturbating for 5 years. That's chronic. And he got to a point that every day he has to masturbate like from 5 to 8 times in a day. Did you hear that? You will die soon. Rest in peace. So every day he has to masturbate, come like from 5 to 8 times. How? So it got to a point that anytime he comes, he see blood.
Yeah, it gets to that point.
UTI. You don't get UTI from urinary places, anywhere you go and urinate. No. Masturbating. Do you know what causes that? The things that you use. The oil, the lube. Some of you go as low as using your own pomade with all the chemicals in it. And the soap. Hello, Aga.
Hey, who condemn?
The soap,
crazy.
He's in a hurry, okay, let me do something quick before I go to work. Then in the bathroom, you use that soap, that chemical soap. Some of you use Dove and all that chemical soaps. Then use it to bathe. Hello, sir, how are you doing?
So like I said, it has its benefits when it's
normal.
Or when it's normal. Even as men, if you masturbate once a while, or if you go for lingam massages. So lingam massages are for men.
Okay.
Massages around a man's reproductive area. So in other words, people can say a hand,
okay,
a handwork.
Hand job.
Yeah,
hand job.
So in other words, if you get a lingam massage once a while, or you masturbate as a man once a while, you find your thing growing. It grows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that their cells are weak.
Yes.
So when you ejaculate for some time, as he's saying, like you get that massage for some time, it stretches them.
Yeah. You don't need to go and get these drugs and stuff. No, this is very traditional and wet.
Traditional. And the hands, they always do these magics.
But when it becomes chronic,
that is what we are talking about.
No.
Let's not misquote our words. We are talking about chronic masturbating. Like if you're someone that, you can't go every day without it. Some people bathe especially those that have time. Okay, you're back from lectures and you have the rest of the day. You'll be in your room instead of you studying because your mama pay fees. You'll be masturbating throughout. You know, sometimes when you masturbate to that point that you are coming, look at the pain that comes with it.
Yeah.
Stop. You're going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
So you know what other causes of being a chronic masturbator? So let's talk about the effect of being a chronic masturbator.
Yeah. So there are various effects, but let's just focus on the common ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So infections. You can attract infections with masturbation, and I will link the infection to another effect, which is infertility. There are a lot of infections that are connected to infertility, barrenness in both men and women. So you are constantly masturbating, having these infections over and over. Trust me, you are getting close to that stage of being infertile. As men, sometimes you can even have shrinkage of your manhood. That's how bad.
Your bolo becomes small.
This same masturbation can make your thing grow, but this same chronic masturbation can actually make your thing shrink. Now, reduced sensation, like I said. Reduced sensation. Now, it even gets to the point that where you can have an erectile dysfunction. Now you are with a woman, you are supposed to get on business and go there. You can't.
It is not raising.
It is not raising. MPK. Oh yeah, the MPK. So imagine these things. Would you go through all these things just because
for the excitement of
just for orgasm? No, it's crazy. Even some sites have linked it to blindness, and I'm yet to read more about it.
It's true.
Some
because we react to things differently. So maybe my reaction, I'll be infertile or something, but someone would. It's even I read about it somewhere that it even causes brain damages.
Of course,
because it is the nerves.
You are overstimulating yourself. Oh yes, very true.
The nerves are you are jerking yourself
too much,
and it's connected. You know that the bolo is connected to.
You are putting too much pressure on your body and your brains, because you know orgasm actually goes on over here. Yes, it's connected. So of course, so let's not get to this. Come on,
and I know that those premature ejaculation, those you can't even go for 2 rounds, is because, boy, you're overbaiting, you're over touching yourself, even as a man. See, you have to stop. Let's not. There's a saying in our local dialect that if you talk too much, it's like you're not giving the person results. We are not talking too much about this. We are just causing a caution. We are just cautioning you. Okay, this is like a demon of our time. People don't talk about it because, you get insulted, you get attacked. Why are you talking about these things? But to you, in your homes,
funny enough, about 35 to like 56% men worldwide actually masturbate.
And I think women, they are about 99.9%. Because my gender, there's like 99.9%. See.
So please, let's seek help. Let's actually seek help.
If you are a chronic masturbator and you're watching this today,
seek help.
Talk to someone.
Yes, that's the first step.
Talk to
somebody you trust. Okay. It could be a relative, it could be a close friend, it could be a pastor.
If you think you'll be judged in your circle, you can reach out to the Realist Talk Show.
Yeah.
Okay, both of us are counselors and we would be glad to help you. If you think your circle, you're a best show, you're a best chill, you get judged. Reach out to us, okay? We would help you as much as you can. Go check yourself in the hospital, especially for UTI. Okay, so that in the future, especially you, these young ones, in the future when you're trying to conceive, it wouldn't become a problem. And so my girlies, you see, even if somebody use their wrist to enter you, you don't even feel it. It's because your walls they are numb. They don't feel anything. It's not supposed to be like that. You should be hearing your voice and your man's voice on the phone, and you should be wet and dripping. But say the assistant.
Why you busy? Passport office. Why you busy?
Every day. You're doing things, you know. It's called kaka. It's just a kaka. Hey,
Yeah, why you busy?
girls, see my girlies. I appreciate you guys so much, and I don't want you to have any problems in the future. So if you are a victim of this, do not, I repeat, do not be afraid. Do not be shy. The introvert, do not be scared to go out there and ask for help. It will do you good than you can ever imagine. Okay? If you need Mr. Nelly's services, you know, the yoni massages and see.
So I do all kinds of massages.
But the yoni is important.
The yoni is very important though.
Very, very important. Some
very,
of you that wants to study your body and all that, come for yoni. Okay? If you are out there and you want to join our channel, you want to join our podcast, you want to come out here, tell us your experience on anything. You know, on the Realest Talk Show, we talk about everything from your masturbation, from your mood swings, from your depression from work, anything you can think about. Please reach out on us. Okay, you can reach us on Telegram, the Realest Talk Show, and funny enough, a lot of you have been WhatsApping us. Thank you so much. Since we dropped our number, a lot of you have been WhatsApping us, and we appreciate it. Okay, so reach us out on +233 50 311 4909. That's our business WhatsApp number. And if you want to reach Mr. Nelly for any of the massage and counseling, you are free to. You can look for him on Instagram, Mason Massage, and TikTok. No, look at the name. It means in English, pressing kin or one. Okay, please look for him there. And if you want to reach him on WhatsApp, +233 2777 59807. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments, okay? I want to hear your experience. Leave your comment down below. Subscribe for us if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next content. Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.